Hi everybody, I would like to welcome you to this awful video. Now, if you are a subscriber, you might know this building. It's my Wizard Tower. I've built this about a month ago. I think it's a respectable build. I think it looks alright. There are definitely things that I would change, and so I thought 1.16 came out. I might as well rework this or transform this into, well, more of a Nether theme thing, because it's a Wizard Tower and the new blocks look very magical, and so yeah, that is why we're here. Now I am going to transform this in two sense. We are going to be changing every single block you see here, apart from this little like magic and then the speckles and stuff. Apart from that, we're changing pretty much everything on this. The design has to stay the same. There can be minor facelifts on this, so I think the roof is a bit lackluster, I think here is a bit lackluster, so let's see what I come up with. Okay, so this is a time-lapse, and starting off, as you can see, I changed cobblestone to blackstone, because I think it's a pretty obvious choice. It has a very similar texture, and I think blackstone just looks amazing in this update. And I am using the crimson. I'm still kind of struggling with the names. I still haven't memorized all of them. Because, well, yeah, they are called kind of weird stuff like warped, whatever. I have no idea. So yeah, I've changed basically every single block, and I think all of the new blocks fit very, very well in with each other. And one thing that you can see here is I am mixing up the stripped warped blue stuff with just normal planks. And I think that is something that you could use in your own builds. That is a really, really cool trick. Putting the little roofs on the lower windows. I'm not very good at commentating, by the way, so I'm sorry if it's kind of bad. Right on the bottom, you can see that I am not putting leaves. I'm putting the warped trees canopy there that, you know, just doesn't look like leaves whatsoever. But yeah, on the top, as you can see, I put a couple of slabs and a fence because I felt like that needed a bit of a redesign, and because I cannot use the blue stuff on the bottom, the supposed leaf blocks, I'm using hanging lanterns instead to give it that that effect. What else? What else? I put a couple. Oh yeah, I tried to show off the blue fire, and this is going to be first person from now on. I am doing the little upper part. I wanted to make this more substantial, so I put a bunch of upside down stairs there, and there's also going to be a little part. I'm looking at the design from the prototype or the test build, and I didn't include the entire roof because it took way long. It was really back and forth. Here I am choosing the blocks on which to place the little speckles of magic on. If you want to check out how I do this, there's a tutorial about the original Wizard Tower, and if you want to check that out, there's going to be a link in the description. And if you want to build the Nether version, you can just change out the blocks that I'm using, and that is pretty much it. I mean, I'm going to place in a couple of trapdoors on the bottom to make it look nicer. But yeah, I am very, very happy with this update. I am very happy with this build. The way I transformed it, I think it'll turn out amazing. So yeah. And so a couple hours later, here we are. This is what I've come up with, and I think it looks awesome. Now there's the original design right here, and wow, I mean, these two side by side, yeah, I mean, they look night and day. So let me show you some of the parts that I've redesigned to make this look a bit better. Now, first of all, let's start off with here. As you can see right there, it's just really plain. There's nothing there, so I wanted to put something there, obviously. So I decided to put some slabs and some fence. I think I have no idea why I didn't put this in in the original design. It's so obvious. It's not even hard, and it makes it look like 10 times better. Like, what is that? That looks awful. So, oh yeah, one thing. If you wanna build this, I'm probably not going to make a tutorial on this, but I do have a tutorial on this. So if you want to do that, just change out the blocks. Like, do a screenshot, and wherever I'm placing spruce, you place this crimson stuff. So yeah, that's how I can, you know, help you with that problem. And also, I've put a bunch of upside down stairs right there to give it a bit more support, make it more substantial. I have reworked the roof design. I think it looks way better now. It's much more detailed. I put these little slabs here to make it a bit more like drooping down, whatever. So we could maybe even do something like that, but honestly I don't want to mess around with this anymore. I kind of had enough of the nether blocks for now. Also put this little light here, because when it's nighttime, 17k, the top of the building was very dark. As you can see, you can't even see the top. So we had to change that, and that is how we did. Other things. Now we cannot use leaves, so I've used hanging lanterns instead to give it more variation. Because I tried doing these, but let's be honest, these are not see-through. They don't look like leaves whatsoever. Putting them all over the place would just look busy. Like, yeah, there's just night and day difference between this and the leaves. You cannot really compare the two. So I put a bunch of hanging lanterns to make it look very magical, and I think it worked amazing. Like, look at this. I think it looks awesome. Another thing, put a little fire up here. Like, I think it looks so cool. Yeah, you can just barely see it, and I think when you're on the ground you can just barely, yeah, but it looks so cool up there. So cool. Also, put a bunch of trapdoors here, this little swibbly design. Amazing. Also, more lights in here, because why not, honestly? There's really no reason why. If you don't want to, I guess, yeah, I'm just not going to design it anymore. But, I mean, that is pretty much it. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I also made these bigger, because these used to be like one. That looks bad now that I look back at it, and I also removed this because I don't think that looks good. So yeah, okay, so that is going to be it for this video. I would highly appreciate if you could give this video a like, consider subscribing, and please comment something constructive. What could have I done differently? That was an awful sentence, but you understood what I said, so that's what matters. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Bye. See you in the next video.